What a way to start the early AM then with MTV Sports' Good Morning Sri Lanka. Welcome back. I know you're wondering where my co-host Vassam is. I actually kicked him out because I wanted the next guest all to myself. Because you know how I love art. And art is something that's really important to us here at Good Morning Sri Lanka. And today we're actually going to meet the artists who have collectively come together to form an exhibition called SAPTHA. And they're here today to speak about it. First off, I'd like to introduce, we have Danusha Lapasena. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. And Amaresh Pereira. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And we have Nolan Fernando. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And of course, we have Gunadasa Vatuvela Gedera. Good morning to you.
Morning.
Ryden Gibbs. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
And of course, we have Michael Anthony's. Good morning.
Jason.
You know, it's so great to have all of you together. This is actually the first time that we're having 7 guests just seated here together because we couldn't break you apart. We couldn't do it. And all of you are such nice, beautiful people here on the morning. Are you guys morning people?
Well, I am. I can about.
Not quite.
I am.
Well, you're here.
Yes.
You woke up early in the morning to come and see us. All right, so let's speak about SAPTHA, which is happening later today.
That's right.
And obviously, short notice for me, but I'm definitely going to check it out. What is SAPTHA exactly? What does it mean?
SAPTHA. SAPTHA is 7. It's a Sanskrit word.
Okay.
For 7.
Right.
Yeah.
So the 7 for you guys. You're all the 7.
All 7.
Right.
With one artist that is not here because he's unable to come in. So that's the group. 7 of us.
Right. So why did you all really choose to come together? How did it work? Did you just meet each other at a coffee shop and then, hey, are you an artist? Let's collaborate for the exhibition.
Well, we've been talking about it for some time actually. Individually and sort of not collectively as such, but I think really it's all thanks to Nolan. Nolan's been the core that has put us all together. Because individually each of us have sort of met each other and said, why don't we have a show, put our work out on display. Because we've taken part in group shows and all that kind of thing as 1 work, 2 works, but not more than that. So this time we thought, okay, let's put it together, and thanks to Nolan, really it's come together.
Amazing stuff. All right. So now I understand that each of you have your own unique style when it comes to art, and in case the viewers are just wondering, if you didn't notice, there's a couple of paintings all around the set today, and this is all of your art. All right, so let's start with you, Nolan. As an artist, how would you describe yourself, your technique? What sort of paint would you use? Would you use paint? Would you use, pastel?
Well, I have been dabbling about with paint for quite a while, and I'm also a teacher for young children. And I love to use oils. My medium is oils, and I also love a lot of creative work, like making things, doing tapestry. I did work on with a camp for the theatre, and I made one of the projects were to do what we liked, and I love drinking beer, so I had made a beer woman, and that was I think myself.
Right.
So we had all the bottles and the tins and things like that. It's not projected in the exhibition, but it's somewhere out there. And so it's a thing like that. I love doing creative work and painting in any medium that I like. So basically mine is oils.
Right, oil paintings.
Oil painting.
And obviously
and
the
I
one behind
love
over
people,
there.
yes. That is from Mena. I went out with my son to Mena. We were doing a trip from Kalpitia to Wilpattu and all that way. And I saw these women, in Mena. It's beautiful. All the fisher women.
Right.
So my paintings are basically what I have seen and what I love to do.
Yeah.
And paint.
Right. So let's just take this look at your painting one more time. And for me, what I'm seeing right now is a group of women.
Yeah.
They're holding a basket.
That's right.
And it seems like they're inside a cage.
No, they're inside like a little room. Room. They're out. When in the evenings. In that's what I saw in the evenings. They were all, they get together with their fishing, or, their baskets of fish and things like that, and they are chatting away, so somebody comes to take them along.
Yeah.
So I was intrigued by the drapery and the color.
It's all very unique designs.
And I'm fascinated with the way these Muslim women wear their clothes, or the Tamil women. You see, they're always a kind of flow on themselves.
Yeah.
So that's what I have been, doing that.
Interesting. That's purely amazing. Thank you so much for kind of letting me know what that really meant. And it looks I would love to have that hanging above my fireplace if Sri Lanka did have fireplaces. I don't know why I said fireplace.
Fireplace, yeah.
Good, that's I was just going to get to you now. You
sure.
obviously are an artist yourself.
Yeah.
What sort of painting do you dabble in? Or actually, I wouldn't say dabble, or like you're a pro at it. So what sort of art do you kind of use?
Well, I used to draw a lot.
Okay. Oh, you mean like with pencils and like sketches?
No, it's with charcoal, and there's a pencil called the Negro pencil,
The Negro pencil.
which I bought in the States, and they're really, really black.
Right.
So I thought that was a good medium for me to express myself. My expressions during that particular period, when I did these drawings, were a reflection of the kind of life that I led. I had a miserable period in my life.
Okay.
So they were all very well, I think, very powerfully expressed with this particular medium, black and white only. And some of the drawings that I displayed in my solo exhibition in 2011 were very well accepted by critics.
Okay.
Yeah. And now, of course, I don't do any drawings anymore. I paint.
Well,
using different media.
Why did change in
Well, this is a greater challenge to me.
Right.
You
So
know.
you're happy with what you were doing, but now you want to obviously challenge yourself again.
Yeah, this is it's a step further,
Okay.
you know.
Right. In case you're wondering what his paintings look like, it's the one right behind me, if anyone can notice. Right. This painting that you have kind of showcased.
Yeah,
here.
that's right, yes. Yes.
What does this mean exactly? I see a man. I see a man
And yes.
with. Well, he's wearing something white on top of his head.
I leave it to you to interpret my paintings the way you want.
Right.
So, on principle, I don't give a title to my paintings, in order that the spectator will get involved and do a little thinking himself, just the way you did right now, right?
So that's the fun of it. Are you
That's the
like?
fun of
Are
it,
you just
yes.
like loitering around your painting, like listening to what people are actually thinking about?
I do, and I have got some amazing interpretations which I never expected.
Right. But you and you only would know what it really means to you, anyways.
No, frankly, I myself don't know. That is why I don't title my paintings.
Okay.
I don't know what I have portrayed there.
Right.
I keep on working until such time I'm completely and thoroughly satisfied with the work of art that I have produced.
Right.
And that's about all. That's the end of it. Right.
Interesting.
It is left to the spectator to interpret and appreciate it.
Well, this is very much appreciated. I guess it really feels better when someone's really involved with what they're looking at, and this is one way of starting.
I make him think a bit and get involved intellectually.
All right. So Royden Gibbs
Yes.
seems so relaxed. They're all cool. Like he's like the only cool one. Yeah. Everyone's like, "Oh, happy to see me," and you're like, "Yeah, what's up?" You know, like. All right, Royden Gibbs. Let's hear about what sort of art medium you.
Most people know me as a watercolorist.
Watercolorist.
You see, because I go around the country, record many things in this medium, it's very easy. Just take the box and your book,
Right.
and you sit somewhere and you find something interesting, you record it. But the painting you see there, that's in pastel. Actually, I started
This is the one.
as a pastel painter,
Yeah.
and it's really a drawing medium.
Right.
So it's easy to record things, you know, on the spur of the moment,
Right.
and you could always bring it back home and then fill in the blanks.
Right.
So it's generally done when I go to these wild sanctuaries, you know, wildlife sanctuaries.
Yeah. Like Yala.
So it's easy. You see, you go see whatever that interests you, and you do your sketching then and there,
Right.
and it's an easy medium to work with.
Right.
like watercolor. Of course, watercolor takes a while.
Okay,
you
so
have to brush it.
now this piece of art.
Yes.
This is obviously an elephant,
Yes.
and you spent, I'm guessing, a few hours next to an elephant.
No.
Which looks like it's really close to you.
No, it looks close, but that's left to you. You see, you can either bring him close or hang at a distance.
Right.
But the thing is, as I saw this animal, and I thought, look, he looks interesting. I thought I must spend some time sketching this guy. And these fellows in the wilds, they don't move very fast.
Right.
So you have a
they
little
just
time.
eat leaves and
Yeah. So you have a little time to do the needful.
Right. Okay. So this elephant is obviously. Was there any point in your while you were painting this that you were like, okay, maybe I missed out on this particular detail about the elephant that I would have to go back and kind of look at an elephant again?
I would sometimes, yes, spend some time with maybe some other elephant, because there are a few differences, and you could rectify them.
Right.
Because you don't do one drawing. There are many drawings you do.
Okay.
So you could always refer to them and see where.
So
where
wait,
you are.
you just don't focus on that one. You just
you do many. You record so many, and you choose sometimes the one that satisfies you.
Right. So I understand that each artist has 10 pieces of art
Yes.
at the exhibition. Would all your art pieces be close encounters with? Seems
No,
like
not
danger.
at all. I have recorded places of historical interest,
Okay.
like the Raja Mahaviharas. I have done the lighthouses of Sri Lanka, many, the forts of Sri Lanka. So it varies, from subject to subject.
Right.
They can be landscapes, seascapes, portraits, architectural buildings, because you get people interested in different things, when it comes to art,
Right.
the many facets of the subject.
Michael, would you agree with that?
Definitely. And in fact, I think at this show which we're having this evening, you find each of the 7 artists of us, each one's work is different and reflects our own thinking and our own way of looking at things.
Right.
And so actually it will be I would say a treat to art lovers, because they will see a wide spectrum of work, not just one artist's work, you see, but also a representative sample of that work.
Right.
So that I agree with what Rodney is saying, because the tastes vary between each person, you know.
So it's just like a journey for anyone that just actually walks in, and they would have different types of art.
Yeah.
Right. So Michael, what sort of art do you practice?
Yeah, well, mine is mostly figurative.
Okay. As the one presented right
down
here,
there,
right in front, over there. Okay.
Which, because really I've sort of really been looking back, I realized I've been sort of studying figures all my life virtually.
Okay.
I've been a swimmer, I'm a swimming coach, and I'm always sort of studying movement and form of athletes and things. So I'm always sort of subconsciously and consciously studying the human form.
Right.
And I find it always keeps coming out in my work. In where my work is always tied up with human being. Yeah. Whether it's even a tree, I make a group of figures entwined into a tree.
Okay.
So that kind of thing. So earlier I used to work my work was sort of dubbed as surrealistic. Though I didn't really feel I was doing surrealistic work, but it's more sort of visionary, sort of imaginary work.
Right.
But recently I've been working more on life form.
Now, obviously, I understand that there is a way of measuring, especially when you're